Former President Mwai Kibaki's children have described the fallen icon as a wonderful father who, despite bearing the burden of leading the country, found ample time for his parental responsibilities. In a warm yet emotional tribute, Jimmy Kibaki eulogized his father as a strict man who did not entertain poor performance. Rose Wangoi has those details.
The third president of Kenya, Mwai Kibaki, whose wit and charm won the hearts of many, was buried today in his rural home in Othaya, Nyeri County. Despite the very public nature of his role, the late president was a humble and great family man who preferred to keep his family off the limelight. Kibaki was blessed with 4 children: Judy Wanjiku, Jimmy Kibaki, David Kagai, and Tony Githinji. Judy Wanjiku Kibaki eulogized her father as a man who, despite his busy political engagements, performed his fatherly duties well.
Dad had plenty of time for me and my siblings. He blocked off his diary when we were on school vacations and took time to be with us. When our birthdays rolled around, he hosted our friends in the garden of his home for our birthday parties.
On his part, Jimmy Kibaki eulogized his father as a man who wanted him to pursue a life of excellency. He narrated how his poor Form 2 academic performance at the St. Mary's School, Nairobi, triggered anger in Kibaki.
They looked at my report, and I remember him going back up to the top of the report where your name is, because I think he was wondering, this must be a mistake. This cannot be my son. He said, you know, Jimmy, let me tell you, let's do this. Forget about this school business. Let me take you to Naromoro, our farm there. Look after my cows, and I'll pay you a small wage. It won't be for free. And I think when he saw me actually contemplating that, he told my mother, you know, Lucy, Madare Mental Hospital is not far away from Muthaiga. Shall we take this boy there to get his head examined? I studied like crazy, and my third term grades were actually very, very good, quite respectable.
Jimmy said a number of times he had several run-ins with his father, who was always keen on ensuring that he maintains good morals.
I remember he told me, you know, Jimmy, you keep going out and coming home 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Why can't you come home at a respectable time? Respectable people are home by midnight. He told me it's only crooks and vagabonds who go out parading at all hours of the night. So he told me, from now on, when you go out, be home by 1 a.m. the latest. And I told him, yes, Dad.
The family said their father's faith is their strength.
He was kind and very generous. He dedicated his life to the service of Kenya. He served Kenyans with humbleness and humility. He participated in 10 general elections over a span of 50 years.
Kibaki had an impact on his country and the world at large in a unique manner.
Some of his close allies and Makerere University alumni gave special tributes to Kibaki, saying he was a friend, confidant, and co-worker.
If we went out in his Volkswagen and came back slightly out of time, like 1 o'clock, he was able to go and deliver a beautiful and very well-attended lecture at 8 o'clock in the morning. Of course, at 8 o'clock in the morning, after that escape, or after that visitation to Kamulus, I would still be fasting. So I asked him his secret, and he told me that the secret was not to go to bed when you have come back late from from wherever it was, but to do so after you have done your job.
The family has asked Kenyans to borrow a leaf from the late Kibaki and dedicate themselves to exile for Kenya. Rose Wangoi, NTV.